Have you ever felt empty, lost, mentally exhausted, like your heart is carrying more than it should?
You're not alone.
In a world full of noise, anxiety, and depression, one ancient act still holds the power to heal. This is the power of Sadaqa. Not just a donation, not just a coin in a box, but a divine medicine for the soul and for the mind. And today, we'll explore how this simple, spiritual act has a deep impact on your mental well-being. Not just spiritually, but emotionally, psychologically, and even scientifically. What is Sadaqa? Sadaqa is any act of giving, done sincerely for the sake of Allah. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Every act of kindness is Sadaqa." Sahih Bukhari, that means giving money, smiling at someone, removing harm from a path, helping someone in need. Every one of these counts. Sadaqa is not limited to the rich. It's not only about big donations. It's about the heart behind the act, and the intention behind the hand. And what's amazing is, Sadaqa doesn't just benefit others. It heals you. The inner healing power of giving. Let's pause here. Imagine you're going through a hard time. Your mind is clouded. Your chest is heavy. You feel stuck. Then, you give something, even a little, to someone in need. That moment, when your hands open to give, something else opens inside your heart. Because Sadaqa is not just about helping others, it's about helping yourself release pain, ego, guilt, and fear. When you give, you surrender your attachment to the dunya. You defeat selfishness. You awaken compassion. You remember your purpose. And your heart starts to breathe again. Scientific studies, the psychology of giving. You might be wondering, what does modern science say? Psychological studies have proven people who give regularly, money, time, service, experience higher levels of happiness, reduced stress, and even lower depression rates. In one study by Harvard Business School, people who spent money on others felt happier than those who spent on themselves. Another study found that acts of giving activate the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and oxytocin, chemicals that fight anxiety and promote calmness. Subhanallah. Modern science is just catching up to what Islam has taught for over 1400 years. Quran, the divine promise of ease. Who is it that will lend to Allah a goodly loan, so he may multiply it for him many times over? Surah Al-Baqarah, 2-245. Allah calls your Sadaqa a loan to him, and he promises to return it, multiplied. Not just in wealth, but in peace, in ease, in lightness of heart. Those who spend their wealth by night and day, secretly and publicly, will have their reward with their Lord. No fear will be upon them, nor will they grieve. Surah Al-Baqarah, 2-274. Did you hear that? No fear, no grief. Exactly what people suffering from anxiety and depression are seeking, freedom from fear and grief. Sadaqa is Allah's offer to us, to break that emotional prison. Hadith, Sadaqa extinguishes worries, the Prophet said. Sadaqa extinguishes sin like water extinguishes fire. Tirmidhi, and sins, many times, are what weigh down the heart, causing guilt, regret, restlessness. When you give, even a date, even a smile, you cool down the fire inside your chest. You don't just do good, you feel good. Real life reflection, from darkness to light, there are stories, real ones. A man overwhelmed by debt, on the verge of losing everything. He gave a small Sadaqa, quietly, sincerely. A sister drowning in sadness, she fed an orphan, and said her chest felt lighter that night than it had in years. Why? Because Sadaqa breaks the cycle of selfish pain, and replaces it with connection, purpose, and divine presence. You realize, You're not the center of the universe. There are others who suffer. And when you help them, you help yourself rise from your own darkness. The role of intention, what makes Sadaqa powerful, it's not the amount. It's the niyyah, the intention. The Prophet said, actions are judged by intentions. Bukhari and Muslim, $1 given with sincerity is heavier in the scales than $1 million given for pride. And when your intention is to please Allah, then your Sadaqa becomes a healing prescription for the heart. Every coin you give is a silent dua. Every food parcel you send is a light for your soul. Sadaqa and Barakah, a mental safety net. You may feel like giving will reduce what you have. But the opposite is true. Sadaqa doesn't decrease wealth, it multiplies Barakah. And Barakah is not just money. It's the peace you feel. The time that stretches. The mind that becomes calm. The heart that feels full. Sadaqa shields you, not just from poverty, but from sadness, despair, and even suicidal thoughts. It reminds you that your life has meaning, that your existence has value, and that your hands, though small, can bring joy into someone else's world. Practical tips: how to start today. You don't need to be rich. You don't need a special moment. Here's how you can start giving Sadaqa and feel its mental benefits. Give $1 a day, consistently. Keep a Sadaqa jar in your home. Sponsor an orphan. Feed a hungry person, even with something simple. Send a kind message to someone going through pain. Smile at someone, yes, that counts too. Build the habit. Make it part of your lifestyle. And you'll feel the healing power begin. Closing reflection: Sadaqa saves the giver. Sometimes we think we're saving others when we give. But the truth is, Sadaqa saves the giver more than the receiver. It saves your heart from hardening, your soul from drowning, your mind from collapsing. Because when you give, you're not just letting go of money. You're letting go of pain. And you're inviting Rahmah, the mercy of Allah, into your life. Indeed, those who give in charity, men and women, Allah will multiply their reward and grant them forgiveness. Surah Al-Hadid, 57-18. So today, give something. Even if it's small. Let it be your rescue. Let it be your revival. Let it be your road back to peace. Sparkles like, share, and subscribe for more heart-healing reminders. May your Sadaqa be your light in this life, and the next. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullah.